February is going to be a deeply transformational month. As we come together as a collective, we're going to be affected by the two eclipses. Eclipses normally come in pairs, so our first eclipse is right at the beginning of February, and then 2 weeks later on the 16th. The first one's a lunar eclipse in Leo, and so this is helping us take a stand more of what we're here to become, being more courageous and really accepting our gifts and taking further action to what we've been perhaps avoiding. We've moved from January where we've set our intentions, so how are they going in February? Are you starting to get a little bit wonky, or your lack of commitment is starting to already show up? So let's just start by centering and connecting to the divine and the earth, and really opening up our channel of connection to allow the healing to come in. As we do that, we connect to Mother Earth, and February is a number 4 month in numerology, and that way we're bringing up the earth energy. So imagine breathing that through into your body, really anchoring it into the pelvis to create the stability, the foundation that we need for this number 4 month of groundedness to help us with these eclipses, because everyone will be affected by them. But if we're anchored more and connected to the earth and having a solid foundation, we will be slightly influenced by it, but not totally, knocked over like some people might. But just notice those people around you that might go into overwhelm or drama or feeling quite scattered, because the eclipses gives us an opportunity to look at those parts of ourselves that have been hidden in the shadows. So let's just focus on that earth and really bring in Mother Earth and being connected to the land and to the trees and to the mountains, and expand that wider so that you can feel part of that element of the earth. Also on the 16th is the Chinese Year of the Dog. It's in an earth sign this year, so the earth dog also brings in stability and anchoring and support, as well as loyalty and commitment. So all these elements are being woven in. So as I'm connecting for you, just think about weaving all those elements that create a solid foundation for you, breathing that up from the earth through to you. So what are you building this month? What elements do you need to strengthen to connect to your relationships, to build stronger foundations with relationships, with your finances, with your creativity? What are you actually building at home or with projects, creative projects? So let's just drop down a bit deeper and just ask, what does my heart want for me today? What does it need for me to either surrender into to allow the best of this number 4 to come through, of the creativity that's going to come through as these eclipses birth new aspects of yourself? So just check in now and expand into that. What do I need to be healing within myself this month to allow the barriers to be lowered so I can access more of who I am within myself? Number 4 can be a little bit about striving and pushing. And as women, empaths, we can be caught up with the collective of having to do more, but our path is not linear. The linear path is the male path, which is push, strive, achieve. The feminine path is spiral. We come back into ourselves. This is again the weaving. We sort of reconnect to our body, to our center. We go out and face the world and experience life, and then we come back and reclaim parts of ourselves that have been hidden. And so that then we channel down into the earth and birth that into the land so that we are much more supported than ever before. So this month, think about how you can choose to better support yourself by not pushing and getting into overwhelm. I know here in Australia school will be going back, and so for us mums, we might go into the struggle again of school lunches and getting the kids off to school. So those are the things that might get triggered. Even if you're not facing children going back to school, you will be impacted by the schools going back and how that might affect your work and travel timetables. So this is the external things that might be influencing you. So as we connect more fully within ourselves, within our core spiral, we can start having a deeper connection to being more of a solid tree branch rather than being swung around and influenced by our environment. We can get in and be much more settled, much more connected as we weave in those elements, as we connect back to our center. We won't be as bombarded as some other people in our lives. So it'll be interesting just to witness what else is going on external to you and what's going on internal, because consider being in the eye of the storm. The craziness is around you, but internally you are still peaceful and still and centered. So we just notice, where is the judgment, where is the criticism, where you should be doing more things than you think. Judgment creates separation, it creates contraction, and it stops the flow. So just notice that for this month, so you can come back and notice, where is the judgment and what do I choose to be now? It's always about the choice of reconnecting and coming back to your center. So wishing you lots of love with the changes this month, and we always look at the gift that it will bring us and how it always comes up to the surface, but we will be reclaiming more of ourselves. So look forward to next month, where we will be creating more change and possibility in our lives.